Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Friday, June 9th, 2023. And what I really wanted to look at in this video first is the fires in Canada. It's just awful what is happening there, and I just wanted to take a look what the energy is behind it. So many people are, needed to flee their houses. It's really a disaster, and I've also seen a clip from fireman, a retired fireman that wanted to help, but was told by the government or officials from the government that it wasn't, possible, or they didn't want help, which is very strange because they are asking for help. So there's something different going on there, and of course the smoke that is now circling New York and Toronto and is just kind of just creating this massive almost orange glow, so you can really not see anything that's going on in the air, so to speak, and the atmosphere, and if I'm not mistaken, is it's just very difficult to breathe. So there's a lot of things going on, and I just wanted to take a look at the energy of Canada and what's going on with the fires. The first one I've got, the card, is the Knight of Cups. The central card is the Six of Wands, which is very interesting to me. And then we have the Devil card in the past. We've got the Five of Wands underneath the central card, and we have the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles for the future. So to me this feels like ultimately there's going to be a victory, and that is very interesting. So especially with the Devil in the past, I do believe that a lot of these fires were instigated by the dark energies. They want to create chaos, they want to create fear, they want to create, a mess. That's what they want to create. And really they only have, how do you say this, only these things still ready that they can use. And this can happen on a small scale, although of course this is now massive, but you just need a few groups of people that will start this, or some kind of, machine that will start a fire. And especially with the dryness and the wind, you can create a massive fire just by starting something small. So that's how I view this. So the dark energies have started this. Most of it is being started by the dark energies, but I do believe that the white hats are using this as well to clean up things. I see fighting going on with this card. So there could still be something happening underneath the ground, maybe in the air. That's probably why they're also using, most likely, all this smoke to cover up things. So something is happening there, and it's taking back control. And I think that, I do believe that the white hats ultimately are in control, but they still need to take care of certain things. And of course, I've mentioned this before, it's very likely that we are watching a movie and this has already happened, but I'm just working what's coming out now, and the energy is it's part of taking control. Probably what's going on underneath the ground there. And with fire, you also cleanse things. It's also a cleansing of energy. And that can be very tough to realize, but also with water, with the breaking of the dam, you're cleansing things as well. Water, Mother Nature has her part, of course, in cleansing things as well. But I think the fire will be used to getting rid of certain things there, or maybe they still had some people there, or something happening underneath, or maybe up in the air, because a lot of things are happening in the air. We also see more and more things coming out about aliens. I've already mentioned in my video about Project Bluebeam. They're really going to push that agenda. But again, the white hats are pushing this as well. So people will be prepared for what's going to happen and what's going to come. So this is, it's again, things start by the dark energies, and the white hats will work with that as well to take care of certain things. Because of course they can still be very, how do you say this? That's not the word. I'm thinking about spontaneous, but that's not the word. They can still be very, that you're not expecting things. They can still sometimes just pull a rabbit out of a hat, and you're like, okay, this is going on. And they're working with that, and working for, of course, making sure all this thing is being cleansed And they still have certain things they can use, like the false flags. In France, there was an attack by someone on a playground with a knife. Horrible thing. I do believe these are all MK Ultra people that do those things, that do these, like driving with a truck into people. I think it's all, how do you say this, put in scene. Doesn't mean it's not true, there are no victims. It just means that the dark energies purposely do those things to create chaos, to create confusion, anger, fear. That's what they work with. That's the energy that they need. And right now things are changing. The energy is, there's so much change going on, and they're kind of losing their how they feed. They're losing that low energy that they need to operate. So I do believe that the dark energies are most likely behind this, but they are now being used by the whiteheads, are using this as well to take care of certain things. So they are there's still fighting going on. Some things are still going on there. So, and this is about taking back control, taking back the reins. This is actually still some things going on there. The second thing I wanted to look at is the energy of the United States, because let's face it, there is so much going on there right now. Let's see. We first have DeSantis ads showing fake AI images of Mr. T hugging a certain doctor, a very wrong doctor, which enrages people. And this is very interesting because, like I said, I have a feeling that they're kind of working together, Mr. T and DeSantis, to show people things. And what's the best way to show that? How convincing that can be. And if you see this, what else in the media is true or not true? What else is not put, into scene or placed in a certain way? It's very fascinating. People are now seeing how you can manipulate things. So I just see this as a chess game they're playing right now. Another thing, let's see, I put that on Telegram channel, that Katie McFarland, was from the National Security Advisor, actually says on Fox News that a certain agency that starts with an F, that has a B and an I in it, the Ministry of Justice, and another agency that starts with a C, it also has an I and somewhere an A in there, that they've been manipulating, and that they will manipulate 2024 as well, because they've done that in 2016, in 2020, because they don't want anyone to hold them responsible for things. So they're going to put in place the candidate they want. So they're now openly talking about that there is proof. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene also talked about the document that she saw that has to do with Mr. B, the corruption in his family. And of course, right when that happens, they're indicting Mr. T again. We even have that in the Dutch, an article on the Dutch news, that again, now for the so-called classified documents that were found on Mar-a-Lago. So now that is going on. People see this. People are like, wait, something like that's coming out, and now something else, that it's almost like they're trying to distract us. I think it's just over the top now. It's so obvious now. Of course, there are going to be people that just don't want to see it, but it's now in full gear. It's going now. We're going to see more and more and more things of this. And like I've mentioned before, especially the media is really pretty much going down in June, or a lot of things are going to come out. The energy I got for the United States. So what is going on here? Let's see. We have the Three of Wands. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. As the central card, we've got the Six of Swords in the past. We've got the Eight of Cups in underneath the central card, and we have the Ten of Cups for the future and the Five of Pentacles. I was also staring at the back of the deck. Sometimes my eyes are drawn to it, and it had the Death card, and I do believe that this is all the end of the corporation, the United States of America. This is the end. It's you can just see it falling apart. We also see that Mr. B is not going to be there for a very long time. His administration is falling apart. We see all these agencies falling apart. this is really about kind of wait and see what's going to happen now, but a lot of work is being put into this to just change things, change perspective, and this is all emotion now. And we have this card in the past and this card underneath the central card. These are both cards moving away. We've got the Six of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, I'm sorry. We have the Eight of Pentacles as the central card. This is the Eight of Cups, moving away. This is moving away from that corrupt system. The people in America are waking up more and more. More people are seeing that this is just insane. What is going on here? It is getting ridiculous at this point. So people are moving away, and we see that this will lead to more connections, people connecting with each other, more standing up for the true United States of America. People feeling left out in the cold, but it's going to get very hectic as well, especially on financial matters. This is the Five of Pentacles, dus my feeling is that this is all working towards the collapse, of course, of the financial system as well. The dollar, we also see the BRICS countries expanding, and they are moving away from the dollar. They want, money that's backed by gold and silver. They are also changing trading with other currencies. So they're moving away from the dollar. So this most likely, there's going to be, of course, this collapse, this financial collapse, the collapse of the corporation, the United States of America. But this will bring people together. This is so important to bring people together in America, and there will be more unity if people more are starting to understand what's really going on, what they really are fighting against, and what this is really all about. But this is just leading towards this event we've heard about that people are working towards, or how to say, the people, the white hats are working towards, but also the dark energies, of course, doing their part because they don't want to lose their power, and they're doing all kinds of things, and it's just getting ridiculous now. It's getting so obvious now that it's very difficult to remain oblivious to what is going on, and that's exactly the point. Although there are people that most likely will never want to see something like that and will just reject it or deny it, and that's just the way it is. But I can see that this is really waking up people. There is so much going on, but this will unite the Americans, unite them together and unite them in their, wanting to move away from this old corrupt system. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things moving now at the same time, and I think we're going to just see it switching even to a higher gear. So yeah, we really have to buckle up because this is going to get very, very interesting. But I do see financial matters going sideways completely, and also feeling left out in the cold by their government, by the administration right now. So this will unite the Americans. It will bring them together, and it's all part of creating this new United States of America, or sort of, should I say, the real true republic as it was supposed to be, and not the corrupt corporation they've made out of it. It's dying. It's the end of that. It's the end of that era. So I'd like to leave it at this, and hope to see you in another video. Bye bye.